You are breathing right now. And if you have a candle burning in your house, in the bathroom, the bedroom, any small closed room, you are also breathing in toluene and benzene. Those are the same compounds found in paint thinner and diesel exhaust. And they come from the candle industry's dirty little secret. That candle right there costs $2 to make. It burns for 40 hours. It produces no VOCs, no petroleum smoke, no synthetic fragrance to mask what it's doing to your air. Your $27 Yankee candle burns for 6 hours. $2 versus 27. 40 hours versus 6. And the cheap one is the clean one. I'm Uncle Silas. And today I'm going to show you the tallow candle. The candle the petroleum industry buried in 1920. And the exact method to bring it back. Stay with me. Here is what the candle industry does not put on the label. Paraffin wax, the wax in virtually every commercial candle you have ever bought, is a byproduct of petroleum refining. It is the waxy residue left over when crude oil is processed into gasoline. It is literally refinery waste. When paraffin burns, it releases volatile organic compounds, VOCs. Researchers at South Carolina State University identified toluene and benzene in the combustion byproducts of paraffin candles burned in enclosed spaces. Toluene, benzene, in your bedroom, in your bathroom. Every time you light a candle. And the scents? Synthetic fragrance compounds layer on top of that? Autumn harvest, cedar and sage. $27 for a jar of perfumed petroleum smoke. Now here is the part the industry worked hard to make you forget. Go back to 1920. The oil industry was drowning in paraffin. They were producing more of this waxy byproduct than they could sell. So they did something brilliant. They found an industry that every American household already depended on, the candle industry. And they offered paraffin to manufacturers for almost nothing. Candle makers who switched to paraffin slashed their raw material costs. Tallow candles, which had been made in American homes and farms for 300 years, were pushed out. Not because they were worse, because someone else's waste was cheaper. The Appalachian homesteaders kept making them. The old order Amish kept making them. They still do today. Not because they can't afford paraffin, but because they understand something about self-reliance the modern economy has spent 100 years trying to make you forget. The old way was not replaced because it stopped working. It was replaced because someone needed to sell you their refinery's garbage. And if you find this channel useful, if you want to keep pulling on threads like this one, hit subscribe right now. We are just getting started. Here's exactly what you need and exactly what you do. 2 ingredients. 5 steps. Beef sweet, 1 pound from the butcher counter. Ask for kidney sweet or leaf fat. Cost $2 to $3. 1 pound makes 6 to 8 candles. Cotton wicking, available at any craft store or online. About $4 for a full spool that lasts years. Tightly braided kitchen twine works in a pinch. Molds, old tin cans, clean mason jars, paper cups for a test batch. You already have these. Step 1. Render the sweet. Cut suet into rough chunks, no precision needed. Put them in a heavy pot on low heat. You are not frying this. You are melting it slowly. Within 15 to 20 minutes, the fat will begin to pool. Keep it on low for 30 to 40 minutes until you have a clear, pale yellow liquid. That is raw tallow. Step 2. Strain. Pour through a fine mesh strainer or cheesecloth into a clean container. What's left after it cools is pure white tallow. That is your wax. Step 3. Wick your molds. Cut wick 2 inches longer than your mold. Anchor it at the bottom with tape or a wick tab. Tie the top around a pencil laid across the rim to keep it centered. Step 4. Pour. Cool your tallow to 130 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Warm, not scalding. Pour slowly into your molds, stopping a 1/4 inch from the rim. Tallow contracts as it cools, so you may see a small depression form around the wick. That's normal. Just top it off with a second small pour once the first has set. Step 5. Set and trim. Let candles set at room temperature for 4 hours. Do not refrigerate. Fast cooling causes cracking. Trim the wick to a 1/4 inch. That's it. $2. 40 hours of clean, chemical-free light. Now 3 refinements the Amish use that are worth knowing. 1. Add 10% beeswax. Stir in 2 ounces of beeswax per pound of tallow before pouring. Raises the melt point, slower burn, even cleaner. Adds maybe 50 cents. 2. Dry render your sweat. Cut suet small and leave it uncovered in the refrigerator for 24 hours before rendering. Removes surface moisture, produces a whiter, cleaner tallow. 3. Make in batches, store for years. 1 pound of suet, $3, gives you 6 candles at 40 hours each. That is 240 hours of light. Stored in a cool, dry place, these candles will last for years without degradation. 240 hours of clean light. $3. Compare that to your $27 jar. The knowledge that kept families lit and fed and self-sufficient for 300 years in this country was not lost because it stopped working. It was displaced, made to feel old-fashioned, replaced by an industry that needed somewhere to put its petroleum waste, and sold it back to you at $27 a jar, laced with benzene and toluene and synthetic fragrance to cover the smell. Not anymore. If you made it this far, you already know something most people don't. Drop a comment. Are you going to try this? Have you already made tallow candles? I read everyone. And subscribe. Every week on this channel, we pull on one of these threads. The old skills, the buried knowledge, the things the modern economy worked very hard to make you forget. Subscribe so you don't miss one. I'm Uncle Silas. I'll see you on the next one.